Well, it's for a good cause, I think. I'm not exactly sure if learning about Alicia will do me any good at all, but I still have to try. Either that or give up entirely. That's not an option. No, that's not going to happen. Yeah, close enough. I try to put more pep in my step as I enter... Pep in my step? Jesus Christ, it's almost as bad as pedal to the metal. Pep in my step as I enter the lab. The interns there know my face by now, so they hardly pay any attention to the blonde outsider girl. Might as well see if he's here too, so if he can tell me if Garver's busy. There he is at his usual station. With his back turned, Jeff doesn't even notice me until I'm right by his side. So, I think. Why, hello there, assistant, and what do I owe this unfortunate surprise to? Wow. He's going to be a dick about this at grade length. Well, it's Jeff written all over, isn't it? He speaks from the corner of his mouth as he works. Not off his game by a second. Impressive. Even as he insults me, he can still keep up with everything. Hey, Jeff, I was wondering if Professor Garver was in. I wanted to ask him something. He's out, I'm afraid. He must have better things to do than babysit his incompetent staff today. Jesus Christ. The fuck happened to you this morning? What side or angle did you get out of bed? Did you just get out and fall into an abyss? I sigh loudly as disappointment settles in my chest. It's not like I can't just ask him after class, but every moment that passes with me doing nothing puts me on edge. Well, it's good that you're doing nothing. What? Yeah, well, girl logic. Jeff straightens up from over his speakers and pushes his goggles into his hair. How convenient! You express your discontent right as I finish this crucial step of the filtration process. This is where I ask, is everything alright? Please answer in a sentence or less. That's kind of amusing. That's something I'd say, but sarcastically. He makes this sound like I'm answering some short answer on a question on a test. I guess I'm not okay as I usually am. Yeah, that's what I thought. Wait outside. Why do I have to go outside? Because it's going to take me a while to finish this filtration, and I know well enough you would dread putting on the lab equipment required to stay in here for that long. When I'm finished, you can discuss with me the finer points of your malaise, and what I can do, hopefully rid you of it. What I can do to hopefully rid you of it. Why is he being so nice? Oh, it's because there are other people around, I forgot. Oh, that's really nice of you, Jeff. Is this even him, or some freaky twin? Not at all, I am only doing it to practice. I haven't been approached to solve another's depressingly simple problem for them in some while now. I'm afraid of going rusty. Never mind, this is Jeff, alright. As sincere as his motives are, I'll still take all the help I can get at this point. I head outside and stand near the door to wait for him. Is it this close to the classroom, or did they just not want to paint outside again? Yeah, well. Some people pass me by, and I'm sure I look like some weird girl waiting out in the hall by herself, but I eventually hear the lab door open and look. When I see it's Jeff, still wearing all his gear, I shove my phone back in my pocket. That wasn't too long, it was only like 40 minutes. I'm simply much more efficient than I gave myself credit for. I thought he was going to be a little longer than that. Wait outside and I will cheer you up, and then it's fucking 40 minutes later. Right then, yeah, sorry, that was a problem with you, was it? I don't remember. There's a small smack of latex as Jeff begins to peel the only glove he has on. You're free to begin at any time. I am listening, though I may stop you if you begin to pull me. Oh, good. It's definitely him. The reason I'm being kind of blah is just I'm stressed out in general. If I'm not telling anyone about those messages, there's no way I'm going to tell Jeff. But I came to talk to Professor Garver because I wanted to ask about someone in the chemistry club. And with that, you've managed to completely pique my interest. For what reason do you need this info, and of whom? I garner it isn't for blackmail purposes. If I was the blackmailing type, you'd be so busted right now. Sour. I want to know more about Alicia Henrik, one of the girls who went missing last year. A faint look of surprise crosses Jeff's face. You didn't strike me as the type to be interested in this disappearance. Why is everyone saying that? Like, what the hell, man? Everyone's saying the same thing. Like, I'm a girl. Of course it's gonna worry me. Whatever. I guess I just can't keep my nose out of other people's business. That's a brilliant answer. Well, if you were thinking on asking Garver, that was, bluntly put, a stupid part on your move. There's no way you would have discussed that type of info you're probably looking for. And what type is that? Raw opinion. Jeff shrugs, shaking the floppy glove he has held in his hand. I hope he turned that inside out first. Garver is a professional, therefore he is only allowed to give an unbiased roundabout answers to any deep inquiry you may make. I, on the other hand, he places a hand on his chest, gesturing to himself, am not a professional. I can tell you what you need to know with no need for the usual rigmarole. You should be delighted that I'm offering to help in the first place. Everyone else has told me. I mean, that was much easier. Oh, God. I will be sure, but I don't know if I can really trust Jeff, of all people, to give me accurate information. We were in the chemistry club, Jeff. With talent like mine, how could I not? Is that what you would expect me to say, no? Truth be told, I was not a part. I have no interest in organisations such as those. It's too much exhausting being around the same group of people for so long. However, I have heard of some of the exploits from the big man himself. You mean Garver? I huddled close to Jeff, so there's no chance of us being overheard. We could have at least discussed this in a vaguely alone place, like we did it in Ted's shop and there was no one around, and then we discussed with Kurt in a completely fucking empty football field, and now we're discussing this in the middle of a classroom. Not as inconspicuous, is it? Did he mention anything about Alicia? Only that she was his prized pupil. Very smart, very bright, somewhat like you, I suppose, except not. What a backhanded compliment. Oh, Jeff, you flatter me. I have my moments, but where you are far more relaxed, Alicia was an uptight, wound coil ready to burst at the slightest unforeseen circumstance. If only I'd been there to see the explosion for myself. Jeff dreamily sighs like we're not talking about someone having a vicious meltdown. Anyway, she was a type who didn't have much free time. I remember seeing her at the library in the late hours of the night, toiling away at her studies. I'd consider it a sad situation if I cared. I doubt she had much time to relax. So she never had that much free time on her hands? Who knows, but I would say she spent a good amount of time out of her room and on campus. I suppose everyone was used to it, and I decided to simply see her when they see her, as they say. Who says that? No one says that. Whatever. I'm gonna remember this is Jeff Tenarium. He's not gonna have too much knowledge of what other people say. Late night studying in the library, and then running around, working for her clubs. Eesh, I would not want to be her. And now you see why I'm morally against organisations such as that. Don't you intern there, though? Yes, but this is not a club, this is an internship. I can claim work experience from this. This at least provides a means to an end. I guess so, but anyway, is that all we know about her? Yes, is that all you needed to know? Well, I did have a few more questions. He's not going to let you ask them. Too bad, I must return and analyse my results, yeah. Alright, so we all know that we're quite hard-working, so God knows why he's come after me. Like, I spent 2 months jogging non-stop. Oh. I lower my eyelids at Jeff's tones of voice, but hey, I got this much out of him, I should be grateful. Well, thanks for the help, Jeff, I guess you're not as rusty as you think. Jeff smugly buffs his nails against his shirt. Oh, anytime, assistant. Use that information wisely for whatever trivial need you require it for. Sounding completely unconcerned, Jeff waves me off and heads back inside the lab. I wonder if he would even care that I was a potential target for the abductor. I don't think he would. I'd think he'd just say, be careful, lol, bye. I bet he'd just ask them for some tips on how to be more not-so than he already is. Well, in the end, I did manage to learn more about Alicia like I planned. She doesn't seem like the irresponsible type. The only person we haven't spoken to is Darren, which is worrying. It makes me wonder how the abductor got their hands on her in the first place. Because she was up all fucking night. She's got to go back to her dorm from the library at some point, hasn't she? Lord, alright, let's just do some more jogging. Yeah, this one. There was probably something which is more efficient, but I don't remember what it is. Right, come on. I really want a scene to kind of like pop up as soon as possible. After this, I mean, I'm not sure what to do. We might just fucking sleep the whole time. Oh, balls, I forgot we could work. Oops. Oh, well, one day we'll remember. So, we're pretty much coming to an end as of now. I only need 20 skill from this one thing, come on. A 17 to 27. The chances of me getting 999 are very fucking high. Come on. 20 exactly! He shoots, he scores! Right, well, now what? You know, sleeping takes up more time. It takes 2 game turns. Let's just nap and hopefully get another scene. If not, we'll just get Ted's good ending and then go back to do the actual true ending. That's actually going to take 5 over though, isn't it? Oh, well, take that! Oh, balls. I can see it already. Genuinely speaking, I don't think scenes happen over... Oh! Okay. Under the sound of my music, I hear a faint buzzing that can't be a part of the song I'm on. Is that my phone? I pull up... Is she really listening to this song in the background? The phone isn't even going off, it's vibrating! Who hears vibration? You feel it, it's the point of it vibrating, isn't it? Oh, well, whatever. I pull an earbud out and check on my bed, and I see the screen's lit up with the announcement of an incoming call. Ah, I recognise who it is. Is it Ted? It's either that or Darren. Darren means it's... Oh, look at that. 100 morale, 100 energy. It looks glorious. Just 4 full bars. And wits. I love how slow wit is. Nicole is one of these people at the minute who... She's like one of those people who's like, oh, well, yeah, do you know that feeling you have after 4 hours and you think of something witty to come back with? And then all it is like, you bastard! Oh, it's like Prince Regent in Blackadder. It's brilliant. Oh, well. After awkwardly tugging out the other earbud, I place them as carefully as I can go on my desk before snatching up my phone. As I said, if it's Darren, it's the clues stop plot. If it's Ted, we're fucked. It feels like I answer it just in the nick of time too. Hello? Hey there, Nicole. Who's Anderson? Oh, my dad. His name is Anderson? Right. Ha, that's definitely my dad, Lieutenant Anderson Grave. His first name is Anderson. His first name is Anderson. Oh, whatever. As the title suggests, he's in the military air force, to be specific. He's stationed at a base nearby, though I'm not exactly sure what he does. So that's why... And here I was thinking the guy's a businessman and that's why he never calls. That's perfectly fine! Oh, well, whatever. Last I heard, it was providing some basic training, but he's great at fixing machines too. Hi, Danny, not yelling at anyone today? I just finished that, actually. Why did Dad admit that? Why wouldn't he just say something cheeky, not just, oh, yeah, there is someone cowering on the floor in fear as I speak. I doubt either of us will forget the time he actually answered me using his drill sergeant voice one time. I thought I'd call the wrong number. Mum totally let him have it for that. I guess he's extra careful about it now. I wanted to see how you were doing with school. First year of college can be a real doozy. Oh, Daddy, I know, it's fine. You're busy, it's fine if you don't call. I can spare a few minutes with my little girl. I'm sure the boys will appreciate the breather anyway. I'm sure a few minutes for a little girl. It's 3.5 months in the term. That's not much time you can spare. Okay, well, what can I say? Obviously nothing about you-know-what. School's good. Let's talk about school. I told you my schedule, right? Did you? I told you the night before the year started. Remember when you took me out to dinner? Remember? 3.5 months ago? I signed through the receiver. Ouch, you're terrible. Your old man's called old for a reason. Yeah, but he can't be that old. My schedule's not that bad. I'm only having trouble with my bio class, and I can't expect that to happen. I gotten a few odd jobs lined up whenever I need the money, and have for the last 3.5 months. In fact, I have $155 in my purse, and I have no idea what to use it on. Not that I'm bitter. Oh, thank God. Now I don't have to worry about you running me dry with all that online spending you do. Mum told you about that, huh? Helped pay for some of it. Your mother and I may not be together anymore, but we can still be adults when it comes to our kids. The way he says that with such finality makes my chest go heavy. I do my best not to show it, though. You guys are the best, seriously. I'll try not to spend so much from now on. Ah, lies. If I give it to weakness, I'm super sorry. Just try your best to resist temptation. I know you got it in you, Nicole. He's a lieutenant. Wait, what? That's quite low, isn't he? He's a lieutenant. He's shouting at people? I must have read his title wrong. Oh, right. There was something else I was meaning to talk to you about. There it is. I can hear it. He's using the same tone Mum did just before she asked about... That area's had a string of girls disappearing. Again, it's taken you 3.5 months. I don't care that my clues haven't been high enough in order for this to activate up until now. This should be a conversation a dad's naturally going to have with his daughter. No, oh, you're clued up about it. Well, I'm only going to tell you about it now. Jesus. Oh, I was hoping this topic wouldn't come up. Not you too. Your mother told me about it, Nicole, and I have to agree that this is something you should be wary about. You never know what could happen. Trust me, I do. My eyes widen. Crap, I did not mean to say that out loud. What do you mean? I mean, I've been learning about the disappearances to keep safe and all that. I don't want this to happen to me, obviously. Even if it already has, I think to myself. It's great that you're taking some precaution, honey, but be sure to look out for yourself. You never know what... I hear someone talking to your dad, cutting him off from our conversation. He must cover up the phone with his hand because I can only hear a muffled voice from that point on. And I stare by the phone. How long does this happen for? Nicole, honey, you still there? I snap back to attention when I hear his real voice blare through my phone. Oh, yeah, is everything okay? Something needs my attention now. I'll have to go take care of it. Sorry. Best dad in the world. Jesus. 3.5 months and then he just fucks off literally in a couple minutes. He wasn't lying when he said, oh, I can spare a few minutes. I won't lie, hearing that is kind of disappointing since we were just getting to talk, but on the bright side, at least my dad will stop interrogating me about the disappearances. No, biggie dad, I'll talk to you later, okay? Okay, see you later, Nicole. There's a click on the other line and there goes my dad. I throw my phone back on the bed and flop face down beside it. Slowly, I roll over to my back, so I'm looking up at the ceiling. What am I going to do? Sure, I've learned about all these girls, but I don't know if that help matters much. Maybe I should have told Dad, then he could sick the whole Air Force on this guy and I wouldn't have to worry about this thing. I'm not sure that that's the way the Air Force works, Nicole. Maybe you should tell, I don't know, Ted's dad. Whatever. Like that would happen. I don't need anyone's help catching this guy. I'll show him he's messing with the wrong girl all on my own. That is a terrible idea. But wow, my eyelids feel like they're closing on their own. How tired must I be too? Well, I guess a nap won't hurt. I shut my eyes and my body drifts along to slumber, away from those worries and cares. I don't know how long I'm out for, possibly hours, but when I wake up and glance out my window, I'm greeted with a dull glow of a setting sun. That was definitely more of a nap, for sure. I feel even more exhausted than I was at the start. We are taking so long to investigate these clues. Yeah, like, she does it once a week.